All right. And this is a warning, right? And y'all gonna start to see more of this, unfortunately, because God sent his people to warn. The grace period is running out for a lot of people. What we saw with Angie Stone, how you get on a bus with nine people? And I don't have all the statistics and all that. 9 people, and you the only one that perished. Oh, baby. And you just you bow down to Zeta. Oh, see, the grace period is running out for people.
The music world is mourning the loss of the legendary Angie Stone, a true icon in R&B. While many tributes have poured in, one has stood out and left fans speechless. Angie wasn't just a talented singer, she was a powerful voice who helped shape the neo-soul genre with her deep, soulful sound. From her early days with the group sequence to her solo career, she gave us unforgettable songs like No More Rain and Wish I Didn't Miss You. Her music spoke about love, heartbreak, and strength in a way that touched people deeply. Angie Stone's influence went far beyond hit songs. She opened doors for future stars like Erykah Badu and Jill Scott by blending old-school soul with hip-hop, creating something entirely fresh and unique. Her legacy wasn't just about the music. It was about giving a voice to those who often felt left out or ignored. This week, 2 memorial services were held in her honor, one private and one public. Both were filled with celebrities, close friends and fellow musicians. But what truly shook fans was a heartfelt tribute from her ex-husband, Lil Rodney, whose emotional words reminded everyone of the deep impact Angie had on so many lives.
How has the music industry changed from when you first started to where it is right now?
Each generation is bringing something new. When we started, there was no social media. It was just hard work, live shows, getting out there and putting the pedal to the metal.
Angie Stone, a true icon of soul and R&B, was honored with love, respect, and powerful emotion as friends, family, and fans gathered to say their final goodbyes. Known for her unforgettable voice and groundbreaking influence in music, Angie left, a legacy that spanned generations. Her farewell was marked by 2 very different yet equally moving services, one public and grand, the other private and intimate. But both were filled with the same feeling: deep appreciation for a woman who gave the world so much through her music and her heart. The public service took place in Atlanta, a city that played a huge role in Angie's career. Held at a large venue, the event matched her larger-than-life presence. The space was filled with music legends, longtime friends, and fans who had followed her for years. Though the air was heavy with grief, there was warmth too, as people shared personal stories about how Angie's songs had shaped their lives. Tyler Perry, a powerful figure in the entertainment world, sat among the crowd with tears in his eyes. Kirk Franklin, a gospel legend, spoke about Angie's rare gift of blending gospel and R&B in a way that touched hearts and brought people closer to their faith. Another emotional moment came when singer Anthony Hamilton performed his hit Charlene, changing some of the lyrics to honor Angie's memory. The crowd was quiet, hanging on to every word and every note. But perhaps the most unforgettable performance came from Keke Wyatt. Her voice shook with emotion as she sang "Neither One of Us Wants to Be the First to Say Goodbye." Her powerful delivery brought tears to many eyes, perfectly expressing the heartbreak everyone felt in that moment. While the public service was a star-studded celebration of Angie's professional achievements, the private memorial in Columbia, South Carolina gave people a chance to remember the woman behind the fame.
Right now, the only thing that they putting out is stuff that is self-genocide, killing the people.
Close friends and family gathered in a quiet space to share more personal memories, stories of her kindness, her humor, and her constant desire to uplift others. It was a side of Angie that fans rarely saw, but those close to her knew well. Then came a moment that caught many by surprise. Angie's ex-husband, Lil Rodney stood up to speak. For those unfamiliar, Rodney wasn't just a past partner. He was also a part of her early journey. A founding member of the trailblazing hip-hop group Funky 4+1, Rodney had his own place in music history. But his connection with Angie was far more personal. They met when both were young and still chasing their dreams. Their love story was full of creativity and passion, but also the struggles that come with balancing fame and a personal life. Though their marriage didn't last, there was always a quiet respect between them. And in this moment of loss, all of that history came flooding back. Rodney approached the podium clearly emotional. His voice cracked as he began to speak about the woman he had once loved deeply. Angie was strong-willed, full of life, and always passionate, he said, pausing to gather himself. We didn't always agree, and our journey wasn't perfect. But I never stopped respecting her. I never stopped being proud of everything she accomplished.
Seemed out of it, and I was holding her hand and she was wobbling around. And I said, baby, you gotta sit down. And then the next thing I know, I flew and I fell down to the ground, and it felt like something not ran over me, but brushed over me. Like something just swiped over my body. And I got up and I could hear screaming.
His honesty hit everyone hard. Rodney, known for being tough and guarded, was now openly grieving. And then he did something even more powerful. He played a song. Some believed it was a tune they used to listen to in their early days. Others thought he had written it just for her. Either way, the music brought a wave of emotion over the room. People cried openly, and no one spoke as the melody filled the space. As soon as the service ended, fans went online to talk about what they had just witnessed. Social media lit up with reactions to Rodney's tribute. Many were surprised to see how deeply he still cared for Angie. Some said he seemed full of regret. Others believed it was proof that love, even when lost, doesn't really fade. One fan wrote, "Lil Rodney's tribute was raw and real. You could feel how much he still loved her. It was the goodbye he never got to say." Another posted, "Watching him break down like that hit different. It's wild how losing someone brings back all the feelings." A third added, "That kind of love never really leaves. No matter what happened between them, she was always in his heart." Rodney's heartfelt words and emotional tribute reminded everyone in the room and those watching from afar that Angie Stone wasn't just a legend in music. She was also a woman who touched people deeply in ways that went beyond her records. Her story was filled with highs and lows, success and struggle, but above all, it was filled with love. Angie's legacy lives on in every song she sang, every artist she inspired, and every person whose heart she touched. Though she may be gone, her voice, her spirit, and her message will never fade. Rest in peace, Angie. You were one of a kind.
I grew up together. We were children. We went on the choir together. She introduced me to her church choir, and I went there with her. And we would go down to Concora House and eat dinner after church. In the neighborhood, we would come together and we would just do our little thing. Now, y'all know what young people
When we talk about Angie Stone, we're not just talking about a talented singer. We're remembering a woman who helped shape the heart and soul of R&B music. Her voice wasn't just beautiful. It was full of emotion, warmth, and truth. Angie had a way of connecting with people through her songs, telling stories of love, heartbreak, strength, and growth in a way that felt personal and real. Her influence went beyond her own records. From her early